distinguished Toastmaster Sumit Banerjee. We have 4 contestants in today's contest. Speaking order was determined using the randomizer software and given to the judges and the contest officials. The order is as follows. Contest number 1, Sodhakar Elumalai. Contestant number 2, Sudesh OP. Contestant number 3, Aniket Sanjay Amdekar. Contestant number 4, Ashirvad Raula. I confirm that all the contestants are logged into the meeting room. The judges, contest officials, and contestants have all been briefed, and we are now ready to begin the contest. Mr. Chief Judge, shall we begin the contest?
We pull a couple of checks. Sandeep, could you please confirm if the chat is disabled for all the participants?
Just give me a second. Yeah, chat is disabled. No one can chat.
Okay. And the waiting room is enabled, is it?
Yeah, waiting room is there. We can put participants in waiting room anytime you want.
Okay, all right. So contestants, I assume that none of you would need to go to the waiting room or the breakout rooms. In case you do, please let me know in the chat box or let Sandeep know so that he can put you in the breakout rooms if needed in between the contests. Vipul, we can go ahead with the contest.
Sumit, one thing is, I think everyone can unmute themselves at the moment. Probably that can be disabled.
Sandeep, could you please also disable that?
Sorry?
Could you please disable the unmute option for the participants?
Yeah, I've disabled it right now.
Can one of you confirm if you can unmute? You could not unmute. Okay, Aniket, thank you. Great. Vipul, we can now proceed with the contest.
Thank you, Chief Judge. Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin the contest, online tall tale contest for Electronic City Toastmasters Club. In order to maintain uniformity of all the contestants, we'll maintain 1 minute of silence before I call the first contestant for audio video check and an additional 1 minute for verifying the same. Contestant number 1, Sodhakar Elumalai. Please unmute yourself and start the video feed and await instructions. Please pin timer 1 and confirm.
Hello, can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Have you pinned timer 1? Can you confirm?
Just a second. Yes, I did.
Please repeat after me. This is an audio and video check.
This is an audio and video check.
Chief Judge, could you confirm the clarity?
I confirm.
Timer 1, could you confirm the clarity? Timer 1, could you confirm the clarity?
Priyank, you can put a thumbs up or something. I know you cannot unmute. Okay.
Thank you. Sudhakar will be using a prop. He has already informed about it, and the speech will be recorded for all the participants. Contestant number 1, Sudhakar Elumalai. Why I didn't invent a time machine? Why I didn't invent a time machine, Sudhakar Elumalai?
Thank you, Toastmaster Vipul. Shall I start my speech? Thank you, Toastmaster Vipul. Why I didn't invent a time machine? I was so upset about 2020. What worse can happen? So I decided to undo things in 2020. Therefore, I did a pilot time machine. Before rolling out to all of the people, I decided to test it. For testing, I used two of my friends. One is Michael Jackson, another is Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I I set the time to 1973 and place to California. Unfortunately, my Siri wasn't working very well. It actually pushed them to Karekal. So 1973, Karekal, which is it's a beautiful beach town in Pondicherry, is the location. So that's where Arnold Schwarzenegger and Michael Jackson were there. Michael Jackson turned into a dance teacher teaching children Lugi dance. Arnold became a cop to stop the worst crimes that are happening in the small town of Karekal. Guess what is the worst crime that can happen in Karekal? It's open defecation. There weren't many washrooms those days, so therefore open defecation is quite common in 1970s. So Arnold is entrusted with this work of stopping anyone who does this crime. This entire town was getting ready for a Republic Day. So therefore the streets has to be clean. For that, Arnold was in charge. One fine day, Michael Jackson, after his dance classes, was walking around the town and suddenly he moved from ow to ah. So he had to find a place. He looked around. He couldn't find a single washroom. So therefore he decided to do, unwillingly, he went ahead and finished his business on the roadside. But Arnold saw him from a long distance and he got a little suspicious what was going on. On seeing Arnold from a distance, Michael Jackson was a little taken aback. So he has to get out of this situation. So he took his hat and hid his crime. Arnold walked there and asked, "Hey man, what's going on?" He said, "Listen, I'm just chilling out here." "Then what is this hat is about?" So he said, "There is a mina under this hat. If I take the hat, the mina will fly." So Arnold thought, like a bad cop, okay, probably I can take the hat and mina together. So he said Michael Jackson to say, "Okay, you can bolt now. I'll take this mina and hat." He said he warned about the worst, but Arnold didn't listen to him. So Michael Jackson ran away from that place. Arnold walked slowly and carefully, lifted the hat, and then tried to catch the mina. That was a disaster. This is the exact same reason why I don't want to invent a time machine. What is the moral of the story? It's not about Swachh Bharat. It is about why I didn't invent a time machine. Excuse me, wait a minute. I'm getting a call from Donald Trump. It says, "Hey, Sidaker, can you take back to 2017? I want to do two things. I want to make America great again. I want to place a nail in president's chair so that before I leave, so that Biden gets hurt. Thank you." Thank you all for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Sudhakar and Mulai. We will maintain a 1 minute silence for the judges to mark the ballots and additional 1 minute for verifying the audio and video feed for the next contestant. Contestant number 2, Sudesh OP. Please unmute and start the video feed and await instructions. Please pin timer 1 and confirm.
Yeah, that.
Thank you. Please repeat after me. This is an audio and video check.
This is an audio and video check. This is
Thank
an
you.
audio and video check.
Thank you. Chief Judge, could you confirm the clarity?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Timer 1, could you confirm the clarity? Thank you. Contestant number 2, Sudesh OP. Susie, Sudesh OP.
Susie, she came into my life in the year 5050. We got married with the blessings from our family and friends. My forefathers, they came from heaven and hell to attend the marriage. Her forefathers came from Mars and other planets. But at the time of the marriage, a coffin flew from nowhere. Maybe it was the nearest grave, and there he was, my neighbor who died in a land dispute. So this, anyhow, you lived a happy long 40 years. It's a happy married life, man. Just in case if you need, there's still an empty spot in the graveyard. There's still an empty spot, just in case. He uttered. In a couple of weeks, Susie got to know everything about me, my likes and my dislikes. There was always an extra cheese in the food that she prepared, which enhanced my taste buds. In a couple of months, we became inseparable. I was so obsessed with Susie. Susie, would you mind getting me that coffee? Susie, I have a lot of office work to do. Would you guys get me groceries for me? Susie, could you get that newspaper for me? And she did everything for me. What else does a man need than a beautiful and a helpful wife? After our marriage, I realized that I became so lazy as Susie started providing me with food, even at my doorstep. My height got reduced by 100 inches, but definitely I gained 1,000 kg weight. One more dosha, please. One day, both Susie and I went out for a walk in the neighborhood. That was when we met our neighbor, a handsome Mr. David. Hello, number 10. Where are we both going? David asked us. I didn't mind, but Susie, she gave a wry smile. I knew that Mr. David, he had an eye on my beautiful wife. With the 1,000 kg baggage on my shoulders, I was walking through molasses and left behind big potholes on my way. Come on, number 10. They tried to poke me again. My blood pressure skyrocketed. I was frightened and fuming with rage. My anger, it erupted like a volcano. I hit David so hard on his face that his head got separated from his body and fell almost 1,000 miles away. And it got spinning like as if it got trapped in a tornado. Blue blood all over. Oh my God, David doesn't belong to a royal family. What did I do? The police arrested me and put behind bars. After 2 months, the police told me Mr. David's family was ready to bury the apes if I paid them in diamonds. The large one, the larger, the better. Oh, wait, but where are the diamonds? There was one Kohinoor. It was supposed to be with the Nizam of Hyderabad, and it went missing without a trace. That Kohinoor is in our family. It's with my great great grandmother. I spoke to my great great grandmother, and she said, Sudesh, don't worry. You take it. If I want, I will steal it again. I was the only great great grandson that she had got. She agreed. I was released from the jail and I was rushing to my home. Susie, honey, I'm coming back. The memories about my beautiful wife, it was killing me. I wanted to give a surprise to Susie. The front door of the house wasn't closed. I just got in without making noise. Susie, my God, I could hear the jiggling sound of Susie. Susie seemed to be spending some quality time with some stranger. I almost fainted seeing that the other guy. Oh my God, he said, David, didn't I spell you? Oh my God, Susie, Susie! I shouted. She didn't even respond. Oh my God, David seemed to be completely controlling my vibe. Susie hit me so hard that I fell almost unconscious. After gaining consciousness, I realized that it was time to move on with my own life and to give up on Susie. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, I cordially invite you all for my wedding with Susie 2.0, a robot with enhanced support for controlling and supporting human emotions and actions. Thank you.
We will maintain 1 minute silence for judges to mark the ballots, an additional 1 minute for verifying the audio video feed for the next contestant.
Our next two contestants, Ashirbad and Aniket. There has been a problem with timer 1's screen, so I would request you to pin timer 2 instead. There's an update. Vipul, please make this correction in your script. It will be going forward, it will be timer 2 who would be pinned by the speakers.
Sure, thanks. Contestant number 3, Aniket Sanjay Amdekar. Please unmute, start the video feed, and await instructions.
Yeah, I'm not able to pin the timer.
Timer 2 as well?
Yes, timer 2 as well.
Okay.
I only get the chat option, but not the pin timer.
Room master, can you confirm?
Just pinned timer 2 here, so I'm able to.
Probably that could be the reason. Maybe I'm not able to pin. Not sure.
No, I pinned after you mentioned about the issue.
So are you still not able to pin the timer 2?
No.
Okay.
But I think maybe I can do it in the gallery view, so I can see the timer over here.
Yes.
So I think that should be okay. I can see the timer 2 right now, but I hope it won't interfere with the audience seeing me if both the screens are visible.
Chief Judge Sumit, do I leave the timer 2 pinned throughout the speech as he's facing difficulties?
I'm okay with the grid view. I'm okay with the grid view where even if I don't pin the timer, I can see the timer.
Okay. Aniket, we have spotlighted Pooja, so I think she would be there on your screen even if you switch the views.
No, but then I won't be visible. I mean, I'll be having half a screen if I'm not wrong.
Okay, Aniket, you could try in the gallery view. If you could see Pooja there
I
on
can
the
see
top
Pooja in
left
the
corner.
gallery. Yes, I
Okay,
can see
Okay,
Pooja in the
then
gallery.
I'll remove the spotlight. Thank you.
Sandeep, please be there spotlight, because if you remove the spotlight, she will be lost in the gallery.
Okay. Then Aniket will be sharing a screen again. That's the reason I asked.
Yeah. Even if you remove, I think it should be okay. I'll be able to find her. That should not be an
Fine.
issue.
Okay. Then I'll remove.
Okay, so let's proceed then. Please repeat after me. This is an audio and video check.
This is an audio and video check.
Chief Judge, can you confirm the clarity?
Yes, I do.
Timer, could you confirm the clarity? Thank you. Contestant number 3, Aniket Sanjay Amdekar. The football in my tummy. The football in my tummy. Aniket Sanjay Amdekar.
In the pandemic, some people grew a beard, some people grew muscles, and some grew bellies. Well, during these times, I made a new friend. I got a call one day, and in a very gruff, deep voice, he said, "Mr. Amdekar, I know all of your secrets." And I thought, who is this person? He says, "You are bluffing with me. I don't think you know anything." "Oh, I know you haven't filed your DTM yet." I said, I know you are coming to the coffee shop every day. I'm watching you with the coronavirus every day. And I'm thinking, this is something wrong. I have to meet this guy. And I said, okay, I will come to meet you. Where do we meet? And the guy said, let's meet in Coffee Confessions. So there I was. As I am walking into Coffee Confessions in slow motion, suddenly I can feel my tummy going down. I can feel my abs getting out, and I'm having like 16-pack abs. And as I walk into the restaurant, I try to look for the person, but I can't see him until I hear a voice, "Daddy, daddy, 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 daddy." And I was like, I have only one daughter. Who is this second person calling me daddy? And when I went a bit closer to a table, there I saw a little figure, a small figure with curly hair, with round cheeks as round as a football, and such a small feet that even a small road bump will be a mountain for this person. And as I tried to handshake with this person, that person took his hand back and said, please take this sanitizer first. And he gave me red sanitizer, which usually we have as a liquid, but he gave me a red powder as a sanitizer, as red as my shirt right now. And as I took the sanitizer in my hands and I rubbed it really hard, my hands went really red. And I went back and I washed my hands. But as I went back to my table, we wanted to place an order. I placed an order only for half a cup of tea, because I didn't want this person to drown in the tea. So as we started our conversation, finally he said, I am your son, I said, how? This belly that you have been growing and you have been wishing to God, get it away, get it away. Your wish is granted. I am out of your tummy and here I am. And this was my son. The football was out of my tummy. And now he said, now you have to take me home. You have to buy me clothes. You have to put me in a school and you have to make me friends with Ida. Will you? I said, whoa, this is going to the next level. Now, where do we go from here? And as I'm doing this, I started to feel a bit dizzy. The whole world came crashing down. And as I looked up, the world seemed to start looking bigger to me. Everyone started to look bigger, and that little tummy ball, that take the roof of a big person, and now I am the little guy, and him carrying me in his hands. Timer 1, can you see me? Timer 1, can you see me? So my dear friends, making friends in the pandemic can be very, very dangerous. You make friends with your tummy, it's good. If you wish it to go far, it might come out real and put you into a small little mini dwarf who can drown in coffee. Well, what did you learn from this? Huh? What did you learn from this? Grow your tummies. Grow your tummies. Grow them big, but don't care. Don't want them to go away. Instead, you learn from your friends. You keep walking like Johnny Walker so your tummy goes down without you becoming a dwarf. Back to you, contest master.
We'll maintain 1 minute silence for the judges to mark the ballots, an additional 1 minute for verifying the audio and video feed of the next contestant. Contestant number 4, Ashirbad Raula. Please unmute, start the video feed and await instructions. Please pin timer 2 and confirm. Please repeat after me. This is an audio and video check.
This is the audio and video check.
Chief Judge, can you confirm the clarity?
I do confirm.
Timer 2, could you confirm the clarity? Thank you. Ashirbad Raula, I will help you. I will help you, Ashirbad Raula.
Have you ever found yourself standing on the cliff of a mountain of self-doubt with a cloud of negativity, negligence, notoriety pouring on you? That time, a voice from your mentor, "Don't worry, my friend, I will help you," is like a ray of hope. And with that, you can achieve wonders. But a chef and fellow Toastmaster, I'm very delighted to say that I am that ray of hope and mentoring thousands of people around the world. Few are already successful and famous, and few are on their path to success. Let me tell you about my favorite mentee, Elon. Last year, Ilu called me and told that people are calling him a boring person. His spaceships are going everywhere except to the Mars. People are stealing batteries from his Tesla car, and he is feeling like in a hyper loop without any exit. He was crying like a baby, as if he don't have any vision for the future. I told Ilu, my friend, don't worry, I will help you. Then I shared the sacred mantra with him. This New Year day, he called me again. I informed him that he became the richest person in the world. Poor fellow, not even checking his share price. He was very happy, but I told him, Ilu, you need to do something about Juki because he is playing very smart and fooling around with his new private policy. He confirmed me that, sir, don't worry, I'll do some sarcastic thing. Then his one-liner tweet did all the job. Now, people who are using Signal or going to use Signal can thank me after this meeting. See, my policy is very clear. I help people, I help my mentee, but if anyone plays smart with me, I teach them lesson. Donald plays smart with me. He paid the price. He did inform me that he is coming to India. I was furious. I was hurt because I was the one who organized the Howdy Modi program. Immediately I called Jay. Hello, Jay. This is the time you need to buckle up, my friend. You need to contest for the election, presidential election. He was not convinced. I have to motivate him, inspire him. He agreed, but he was not confident. I told Jai, my friend, don't worry, I will help you, and share the sacred mantra with him. After the election, he called me, thanked me, even invited me for the swearing in ceremony. I said, no, my friend, I have to attend other mentees as well. I know, you also want to be successful and famous, aren't you? Don't worry, my friend, I will help you. I will share you that secret mantra with you. Are you ready? Are you ready? I can see the smile. Uh, just a minute. Just I'm getting a call. See, Tim is calling. Hello, Tim. How are you, man? What? They are removing you from Australian cricket team. I told you not to use those crutch words, those CRPF words on the ground. Oh, Tim, don't cry in pain. Folks, he's crying. I have to attend this call. The secret I will share with you in the next meeting for sure. Hello, Tim. Don't worry, my friend. I will help you. Over to you, contestant.
That was the last contestant. We will maintain now 2 minutes of silence for judges to mark the ballot and submit same to the counters. I request the moderator to move the judges and the counters into the counting room. It is now time to recognize the contestants. I request the moderator to spotlight the contest chair and the contestants as per the speaking order. I also request the moderator to allow the audience to unmute themselves as we recognize our contestants. Contestant number 1, Sudhakar Alumni. Contestant number 2, Sudesh Popi. Contestant number 3, Aniket Sanjay Amdekar. And last but not the least, contestant number 4, Ashirvad Raule. Can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster Sudhakar Alumni for participating in the Tall Tale contest? He is a new entrant in the Electronic City Toastmasters Club. And we are very eager for him to unmute and talk about his experience. Toastmaster Sudhakar Alumni, how was the contest for you?
So, I mean, I must say the contest was fun because you can be as creative as possible, and pretty much sky is the limit, or even that's not the limit when it comes to tall tales. So I thoroughly enjoyed the experience, and it's also nice to see other participants coming up with their stories, and it's quite interesting. And the session was very lively, and it is also a kind of a learning experience for me to what to do, what not to do, etc. I mean, I did learn few things while doing my speech. So it's definitely a great experience that I would cherish for a very long time. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhakar Alumni. We will learn a lot from you, and you are an inspiration for many in the participation list and who are looking for participating in Tall Tale and IC contest. Thank you so much for participating today.
Thank you.
Moving ahead, let us put our hands together for Toastmaster Sudesh OP for participating in the Tall Tale contest today. Sudesh has been the president of the Electronic City Toastmaster Club. He has taken up VPPR responsibilities earlier. He is lively, enthusiastic, and has been inspiring everybody. So, Sudesh, what are the 2 takeaways from today's contest for you?
Well, one is that I wanted the contest to be very tough, and that is what we witnessed today. We have excellent speakers, so the club has given everything for us. So this is the platform that I was looking for to deliver the speech and learn from it. As Saudagar has already mentioned, this is a learning platform. You make mistakes, learn, listen to the speeches, and see how others are delivering the speech and learn from it. So 2 takeaways for me. The first one is give your best and learn from others. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudesh. Let's now put our hands together for distinguished Toastmaster Aniket Sanjay Amdekar as our 3rd contestant for today's contest.
Hey.
I think everybody knows about DTM Aniket. He's mentors of mentor. He was the president of our club and the division I director. Additionally, he's doing so many activities nowadays. DTM Aniket, what message would you like to give to the aspirants who are planning to contest in the contest?
Sure. I would say contest triples your learning curve, the way you learn. And for a new member, a contest is a must. You need to, I mean, that's also a test of your mettle, as they say. As the contest time comes nearer, and you have your speech, but the butterflies in your football or in your tummy, they will start to take action. So that's the time you need to go through that cycle, deliver your speech, no matter how prepared, unprepared it is, but that will that will change you as a speaker. And I have seen this in many members in our club who have become a completely different speaker after they contested in whichever contest it was. And I think our chief judge is one of the best examples of that. So definitely, if there is an opportunity, always contest.
Thank you, DTM Maniket. So let's go ahead, contest, contest, contest. That's the message coming from the date one. Let's move ahead and let's congratulate Toastmaster Ashirwad Raula, who was the fourth contestant in today's contest. Can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster Ashirwad? Toastmaster Ashirwad has been taking his journey of communication leadership since he has joined Toastmasters. He has been not only mentoring a lot of members in our club as well as externally, he's also taking and participating in contests. So my question to you, Toastmaster Ashirwad, whom are you going to help next?
To all my mentees who are across the globe. Yeah, on a serious note, I echo what Aniket said. Contest always speed up your that brings the put the top gear uh, to your preparation or your learning journey. So definitely contest is must for all the people who would want to go next level. And yeah, I mean, it is a really good experience for me.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashirwad. Can we have a round of applause for all the contestants? It takes a lot of effort for contestants to plan, to prepare, and deliver in such a contest. We wish them all the very best. Before the results are out, let me now hand it over the stage to our event chair, Toastmaster Sharmishta, take the proceedings forward, and we'll be back with the results at the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Sharmishta.
Thank you, Vipul. Just can you confirm if I'm audible and visible, Vipul, with a thumbs up? Thanks, Vipul. Good evening, once again, fellow Toastmasters, district officers, judges, contestants, and my dear guests. I hope you all enjoyed the show that has been put up by the club, and in particular, the role takers. The team started planning this event from the very first meeting of this term since the excom for this term was elected. Since then, we have had numerous discussions among the excom people, brainstorming of numerous ideas. Very senior Toastmasters came forward to help us. Our area director, our division director came up with different suggestions. And finally, we came and built, we came forward and built the blueprint of this event. It is not only our own club. We had support from clubs outside our area, support from other clubs inside our area as well. Thank you to all the clubs, the Toastmaster fraternity in general. There were multiple discussions and dry runs, as you all the contestants were aware. We had in number of briefings, and due to which today this event was this seamless. A contest, my dear friends, when you look, it seems like people are coming, someone is calling them, and they're speaking on the stage. It is not that simple. It takes at least weeks of hard work. It takes a lot of planning to make sure nothing goes up and down, to make sure everything is seamless and everything is done in a professional manner. So today, as the event chair, it is my responsibility to acknowledge each and every one of those people who helped in planning this contest. Have you ever wondered, especially to the contestants, this question, what would have happened if we were not able to pinpoint any of the timers? Correct. That is where the moderator plays one of the most essential role in any contest. Today, the moderator, as you all know, has helped us thoroughly. Today, the moderator is someone whom we are all aware of. It is Toastmaster Sandeep, also the VP Education currently of our club. Thank you, Toastmaster Sunday, for your hard work, for taking part in those numerous calls that I always used to conduct with you, and today making the contestants comfortable at this moment when we have faced the total contest. The next person who plays an important role is the one who conducted those dry runs with the contestants, who made the contestants aware what is the order of speaking. Someone who is basically hosting the event, Toastmaster Vipul. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for your dedication. Without you, this contest was not possible. Someone is there who needs to guide from the top. Someone who's there whom we always have to go up and ask when there is an up and down in the rules to ask about clarification of a rules. Someone is always there in a contest who is guiding whether things are going properly or not. Similar to the general evaluator in a normal Toastmaster meeting, we have someone who's making sure we all follow the rule book. Who is that? That is none other than our chief judge. Thank you, D-Team Sumit. Thank you for carrying out this so professionally. Thank you for guiding us. I, for myself, know I have at least called you 10 times before the contest. Thank you for your continuous guidance and support. Without your help, we would not have been able to conduct this contest so far. The next, one of the most critical role takers in any contest are the timers. If they miss a second, it's a difficult job thing in a contest. Today we had two timers since the contest is a big event. Our first timer was timer one was Toastmaster Priyank Mishra. He's from Siemens Bangalore Toastmasters Club. Thank you, Toastmaster Priyank, for coming forward the moment I contacted you and taking up this role and helping us thoroughly in this contest. Our second timer for today's event is Toastmaster Pooja Chandrasekhar. She's from Sun God Toastmasters Club. Thank you, Pooja, for taking up this role and making this event a successful one. Now coming to the next set of people. These are the people who were not yet revealed. These are tally counters. The tally counters also play a very important role in any event. They are the people who are actually working in the background and supporting the chief judge and the judges team. Today, our tally counters were Toastmaster Mayank Nagori from Siemens Toastmaster Club and Toastmaster Vikas Pandey from our own club. Thank you, Mayank and Vikas, for contributing to this contest and again making this a seamless one. My thanks doesn't end to the particular role takers. I also want to thank the presidents of the other clubs, of the club of Sangha Toastmasters Club and Siemens Toastmasters Club as well, who have been also helping us out in conducting this contest. Thank you to our area director, Toastmaster Ashwin, for helping us with the resources and whatever help we required before this contest. And once again, not as the chief judge, but as our division director, thank you, D-Team Sumit, for guiding us throughout this event. The next important part is the contestants. If you four were not there, we would not be having a contest. So thank you for taking the plunge, actually coming to the point what Toastmaster is meant for, reaching the pinnacle of your speech journey and attending and competing in this contest. You made us witness one of the best experiences we could have in the starting of this term. So next, I would like to thank all the hidden judges. Without your input and cooperation, this event can never be concluded. Thank you to all the participants. I think this was a really fruitful meeting. At some point, I noticed we had around 39 participants. To all the attendees, to the dignitaries present here. Without you all, this event today would not have been such a successful, such a fruitful and a wonderful learning experience. Before I end my vote of thanks, I would like to again repeat what Titi Maniket and Toastmaster Ashibad told. Contest is something which we all as Toastmasters should always opt for. As Toastmasters, that is kind of, like our testing ourselves where we have reached. It is taking part in the contest that matters. So I would encourage all Toastmasters, as a fellow Toastmaster, whenever you get an opportunity, please take the plunge and contest. I would like our FA Toastmaster Sandeep, would you please give me the co-host access so I can present the certification of all to the role takers?
Yeah, sure, Mister. You have co-host access.
Thank you. Just a second, I will share my screen. Visible, Sunday?
Yeah, you just need to put it in presentation mode, I guess.
So, my
Perfect.
dear fellow Toastmasters, attendees, and all the participants of this meeting, and my dear guests, as I call upon once again the role takers and present and the certificates, I would like our moderator to please pin the person and also everyone to applaud the same, because I assure you that without the contest team, the contest would never have been this successful. I would like to first recognize our Sergeant at Arms and moderator for today's meeting, Toastmaster Sandeep Ravichandran. Next, we have our contest master for today, Toastmaster Vipul Chaudhary. Now we have our timers for today's event, Toastmaster Priyank Mishra and Toastmaster Pooja Chandrasekhar. Sorry, apologize for your mistake. The next team that we want is our tally counters, Toastmaster Mayankin Nagori and Toastmaster Vikas Pandey. And last but not the least, our chief judge for today, DTM Sumit Banerjee. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Thank you, everyone, once again for making this a successful land. And with this, I would like to end my vote of thanks. Before we end our meeting and announce our results, we have another good session in hand today, our table topic session. And to conduct the same, we have a budding Toastmaster of our club, someone who is a nature lover, someone who is always eager to take up new roles whenever we reach out to him for the same. Let us all welcome our table topic master for today's meeting, Toastmaster Swaraj III. Toastmaster Swaraj, the virtual podium is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sarmishra. Fellow Toastmaster and dear guest, I am Swaraj and I am the table topic master of the day. I remember that day when my manager in my office called and asked me to make a business case, which I never heard and I have no idea what to do. And he said it is very urgent and he needs to deliver in one day to his manager. Also, at that time, I didn't have any background of it. Here, I would like to ask the audience, how many of you have experienced a situation where you have been given a task and you have no idea what it is and what to do? Okay, so one day I was listening one of the webinar where one of the executive director of Tata Sons, where he was delivering his speech, he shared his career journey. He said, everyone in this earth is a problem solver, and we are here to solve a problem. Take an example of a doctor. He is here to solve a problem of a health of a people or public. Like here, all IT professionals, they are here to solve a business problem through IT solution. And there are management graduates who solves business problem. So in this world, we have problem and we have solution, and each of us contributes as a problem solver. So he shared his journey in a graphical way. I would like to share you the screen so that you will understand what he wants to convey the message. So he said, so his all career he can explain in X and Y axis. In X axis, it is something, the problem, and in Y axis, it is a solution. So when he started his career, it is the black area where the problem was known and the solution was known. But when he reached at the middle of the career, the problem were little bit unknown and complex, and he went and go find out the solution. But when he became the CEO, the problem were unknown and the solution are unknown. So here I would like to make an point. From the table topic session, we learn how to deal with the unknown situation. We learn how to deal with the unknown solution. And the table topic session prepares us for that leadership role. So what is the table topic? It is an impromptu session where you are not aware of the topic. You will be given the instant topic and you give the instant speech for 1 to 2 minutes. And about the timing, the green card will be shown at 1 minute and yellow card will be 1 minute 30 seconds and the red card will be at 2 minutes. Here the participant disqualified at 2 minutes 30 seconds. And today table topic has two sessions. First session is a tell a story and the second one is a be a story. So I will not reveal what does that mean. You will understand at the end of the table topic session. So before I start, I would like to ask the audience who will be the first volunteer for table topic session. Can you raise your hand? Or shall I call the name? Can I call to the podium Toastmaster Rahul? Toastmaster Rahul.
Hi, Suraj.
Hi, Toastmaster Rahul. So before I start, I would like to start with an incident. In one morning, a mother was trying to wake her son, but her son refused to wake up. If you remember your school days, we used to make some sort of excuses. Sometimes we had stomach ache and sometimes you had back ache. So I'd like to narrate a story where you make excuses to your mother and your mother knows you are making excuses. Over to you, Toastmaster Rahul.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj. I will take 1 minute to think about it. Mom, I don't want to go to school because I'm having a stomach and last night I had a fever. Why don't you want why don't you go to school? Because yesterday I think you ate properly food and today also you woke up so early. What happened to you? No, mom. You see, I cannot wake up from my bed and still I'm having pain. No, why? Because I think last time, show me your homework. Let me show you. Let me see what happened yesterday. Oh, this is your math test, and you scored 0, and your teacher asked me to get the signature. That's why you are doing this. Call your father. Let me tell you. No, mom. Sorry to tell you, mom. But I need to get the signature. I don't want to go to school. No, no, you have to go. No, mom. No, sorry. But my mom said no, because this is the time you have to go and you have to face the problem. And this is the time where I got to know how to face the problem and how to hide my backache problem and my stomach problem from my mom. Over to you, Toastmaster Swaraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul, for sharing your story. With that, we will move to the second part. So to continue that story, so when the son was eventually woken up by mother asked her son, "Give me two reasons why don't you want to go to school?" And the son explained that the first reason he gave, that all the teachers hate me, and the second reason is that all the students also hate me too. Then the mother said, "You definitely have to go to school." Then the son asked the mother, "Give me two reasons why I should go to school." The mother replied, "The first reason is that you are 52 years old, and second reason is that you are the principal of the school." So I would like to call upon the next table topic Toastmaster Bhavani. Would you please unmute yourself?
Yes, Toastmasters, Swaraj.
So your topic is first day at school as a principal. First day at a school as a principal, Toastmaster Bhavani.
Thank you for the topic and good evening for the Toastmasters and your guests. My first day as a principal would be first, I would, change the curriculum. I would not force the students to have only the book knowledge. I want them to explore the actual world. So I'll, increase the number of hours dedicated for the sports and other cultural or curricular activities in which their interest lies in. Along with all these, I also want them to contribute one or the other way to the society. So I can take them to on school trips or tours to the existing NGOs or shelter home, so these kids can meet those kids and they should know the value of having everything in the world with them. Without them asking for, the parents will give everything to them. But for the other kids in the actual world, they find it very difficult to have their day-to-day life. So instead of just sitting in between inside the four walls and telling that okay, there are poor kids outside or there are few people who are working hard, I want them to go and visit them, interact with them, enjoy with them, and then learn it indirectly. So it will have a major impact on them. Along with all these, so there'll be one weekend break day where there'll be lots and lots of food to enjoy, which their parents restrict. And monthly once there'll be a movie session inside the school itself, not taking them to the theaters considering the situation. And the last line will be, yes, studies will be one of the main concentration, but more than that, I want to give them the practical knowledge. Thank you, and over to you, tabletop master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavani, for sharing your wonderful thought. Now coming to the next part, I would like to request audience, please volunteer yourself and unmute yourself to participate in the Toastmaster session, table topic session.
Hello, Swaraj. Mayank here.
Thank you, Mayank. Thank you, Toastmaster Mayank. Okay. Then coming back to the principal, when he entered the school and he found that two students were fighting each other, and he went near to them. So the topic for you is incident when you have a fight with your friend and your principal or teacher saw it.
Thank you for the topic. Well, okay. So before I start, am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay. This topic reminds me of my journey to my school, and it was my seventh standard. I was having an argument with my friend that this geography teacher, he does not teach us well. Though he was not my favorite, but he was the favorite of him. I said, he comes on time. He doesn't go after the bell. He takes away my PT period. He's like a max teacher more than a geography teacher. A geography teacher should love nature, allow the students to go whenever it rains out. But this teacher comes on time. Don't leave me alone. And well, I had a fight with this argument. And suddenly my principal came and she listened all the curses which I was giving to that geography teacher. He called the geography teacher, he called me as well and asked, "What's going on? He's the senior teacher." I said, "Ma'am, he's the senior teacher, but this teacher doesn't likes me. You know why? Just because my sisters were very good at studies and I'm not. I'm not bright. I am not that bright. I like maths, but I don't like geography." Well, this was one heated argument which I had in my school days, and that time I realized that each subject in life is very important. Though I like the teacher or not, but truly, that teacher helped me score really good marks in my 10th grade, and I really thank the teacher still now. Yeah, back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayank, for sharing your beautiful experience. Now, I would like to request one more volunteer to unmute yourself and come forward the table topic session.
Can I give it a try?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. So the story continued. So as a principal, you sat in your office and you realize one of your teaching staff is absent and you need to take that class. So you went to teach, we went to a classroom. As a principal, when you started teaching and you looked back, and when you started writing in the blackboard, someone teased you. So the topic is incident you remember somebody or you tease your teacher or principal.
Okay, so while I was planning which vegetable or grocery will I buy tonight for my home, and I had a big long list that definitely today I cannot have anything else other than pumpkin because all the other groceries had eaten. I thought I'll leave early and buy it. Suddenly, I got a notice this circular that you have to take an extra class for students because Madam Nagalakshmi is absent. That put me in a soup because Madam Nagalakshmi teaches moral science in the classroom and I have to take moral science lecture. Now that is tough because during the recruitment, I was not able to produce my moral certificate and only I had something provisional provided to them. However, I still gathered courage and I thought, well, this might be yet another impromptu motivational speech. I went for it. I went to the classroom. I saw some notorious boys who had charged up their artillery with the chalks. Some of them had prepared some rulers, and some of the high class designers had already started painting something. And the moment I know I will turn around, this entire army will get into action. A lot of cannons will be fired on me, sketches will be made, and who knows, this might all the way make way to the coveted Hall of Fame of toilets in the college. But yes, that's okay. I'm quite okay with it because karma hits you back, and I was just became nostalgic of my school days. So when I turned back, what I did, I started talking about how to be the most notorious kid in the town. Everyone for a moment paused. Isn't this a moral science lecture? Isn't he going to tell us how to be good, how to be virtuous, how to not to do sin? He's going to talk about how to be most notorious kid in the town. Well, everyone for a moment thought might be something coming their way. I told them being notorious actually always puts you up on the ladder because moment you do not do an act consistently, you will lose that seat. Just like how Akandan Tripathi lost Mirzapur's seat. And many students actually raised hands. Yes, yes, I know. So I said, new. Now from there, you can pick up your moral science lectures. It is important that even if you're notorious, it's important that somewhere you have to be creative. And even if you're creative, somewhere you have to ensure that you provide entertainment to everyone. Even if you're entertaining, you cannot lose your humor question. See, there are so many advantages to be notorious. After that point of time, all the students started listening. And then I said, Well, that's what I wanted you to look at. And now it's time for you to tell me your stories. And we went on. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. Now I would like to request next Toastmaster who would like to unmute yourself and participate in the table topic session.
May I go? It's Meenal.
Minal. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Minal. So that story continues, and after some time, that principal found who was teaching him, and that principal gave him a punishment. He asked him to stand in the table. Now the topic is incident you remember when you got punishment during your school time.
That's a difficult impromptu. I've never got a punishment. Okay. So one thing, I cannot see the timer. So in case if the timer is pinned. Okay. Yes.
If you would like to take another topic, that is also fine. We can continue with that.
That's okay. I just need to take 5-10 seconds to just think over. Okay. Yeah. So I'm standing on the table. This is the punishment. Oh God, I have never been in this situation. Always been in the top markings. And I'm the one that's standing on this table. My friends, oh God, I'm feeling so ashamed. They are staring at me. See, you got the punishment today. But I was never the one like that. How did I become like this? Is it my company? What would my parents say? What if this complaint is being taken to my mom, to my dad? Oh God, I am just sweating. It's a horrible, horrible thing that has happened to me. I wish my friend, not my friend, actually my enemy, because of whom I'm actually there, who was the one who was teasing and not me, but the teacher, the principal thought it's me. So now because of him, I'm here. I wish I could actually speak up and say, ma'am, it's not me. Please forgive me. It is him. But I know I'm not that kind of person. But later, I'm going to take that revenge. So it was done, and we had the break. So the period was over. We got the recess break, and just soon after that, I had Maggie in my lunchbox. I know it was his favorite. Go to hell. I'm not going to share my lunch with you. You are the one because of whom I was standing on the table, and I may get a bash from my parents as well. Not at all. No sharing. We are done with this friendship or whatever this is. Even if it's an enemy relationship, I'm sorry with that. So that was what I felt when I was actually being punished for what I didn't do, but it was thought that I have done for it. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Minal, for sharing a beautiful story. Now I'd like to request the last contestant who would like to participate in table topic session. I would request to unmute yourself and participate. Okay, I'll call upon the name. I would request Toastmaster Rakesh to unmute yourself and take the Toastmaster Rakesh. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes,
on that,
Toastmaster Swaraj, I'm there.
okay. Thank you. On that day was the difficult day for the principal. He was tired and finished his work. And when he was about to start his car, he found his car was punctured. So your topic is incident when you or your friend has done something to your teacher or principal which they don't like. Over to you.
Yeah, just give me a 30 seconds to think. Toastmasters Swaraj, and then I'll take it up. So during one session in maths class, there was a teacher whose name was Tapan. He was taking the class for maths class, and he used to come on a motorcycle, and he used to stay near to our house. Okay, and I always has a challenge, because whenever I go out morning, evening, or in the afternoon, always whenever he sees me, he always make a point that why you are not studying. So it is something like, other than parents, someone else is also watching you every time when you go out, whenever you go, because right, whenever you go out of the home, if he is going somewhere in the morning time, evening time, or afternoon time, any point of time, he had a point to make. And eventually, by the way he speak and the way he challenge me every time, I generally, whenever I try to go out, I get scared. And that was the dilemma I have. And challenge is that it is my house, I can't move out. It is he's staying there, it is his house, he can't go anywhere. So that is a challenge. So one day I thought, why don't you uh, give him some lesson? And that is why we have planned a case in the planned in the school along with my friend. He is also that day, the teacher Tapan has taken up one of my friend for not doing his homework, and I was just looking for an opportunity to get a company to teach him a lesson, and I got that opportunity on that day. And we together, we went during the break, and we have not done the puncture of his tire, but we have just removed the nozzle from his tire, so that air doesn't air will not be there on the tire, so that he has to take it he can't ride the motorcycle, rather he has to take it up, because nearby there is no puncture shop or anything. So that's all, Mr. Swaraj, TM Swaraj, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rakesh. Now coming to the next part. Suddenly that principal woke up and he realized that it's Saturday, 10 a.m. and he is not a principal. He's a techie guy working in IT field, and he was trying to recall why that just happened. Now it's a time to the next part of the table topic session. The next part is Be a Story. For this session, I would like to request three Toastmasters to nominate yourself, and it will be a storytelling session activity. I would like to request all the participants nominate yourself. Three Toastmaster. We need three Toastmaster to participate on this activity.
We have Aniket who has nominated. Distinguished Toastmaster Aniket.
And we need two more.
So can I go again? Is it okay?
That's Toastmaster Meenal.
We need one more Toastmaster to participate on this activity.
Has Ashwin participated today?
Okay.
No, not yet.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm in. Go ahead.
Okay, for this session, so first I will start a story and I will pass on to the Toastmaster and second Toastmaster, and he will tell a story for some time and he will again pass on to another Toastmaster and it will go on for 5 minutes. So I would like to request the timer who will give a green card on 5 minutes At that time, we will stop that storytelling session, and at 5 minute 30 second, it will be a yellow card, and at 6 minute, it will be a red card. So I will start with a story. So on that Friday evening, I was about to sleep. That day was too hectic, and I thought I will sleep the whole weekend peacefully. And suddenly, I remember I need to remove the alarm clock reminder so that I don't get disturbed with the auto alarm. And also, I silent my mobile. On Saturday morning, I woke up at 10 a.m. and I saw the entire dream which I explained you in the previous session. I switched on the mobile and I saw that I have 20 missed calls from my office. I'll hand over to Toastmaster Minal.
Oh God, so many missed calls. I was actually awake now. I thought I could sleep 10 minutes more, but now I can't. My manager has called 20 times. I'm done today. Okay, never mind. I'll give a call back. Hello, sir. Oh, I'm so sorry. I saw your missed calls. Actually, I woke up early in the morning at 5 a.m. Then I went out for a walk and a jogging and exercises. And then I came back, like buying stuff for my house. And I was so occupied with my household work. You know how the weekends are. You have to work for your house as well. So I'm so sorry I missed your call. Now, was it something urgent that you called for me? So I think should I pass on or may I
Yeah, you
continue?
pass on to one of the Toastmaster.
Yeah, now pass on to Toastmaster Aniket. So what's the conversation you can talk?
Sure. Actually, sir, I could not take your call because I was in my barn. You might be surprised why I was in a barn, because I am having a pet cow now, and I also have a pet horse. So a cow and a horse, I'm going to use them for my experiments. I'm going to tell them stories every day, and I'm going to monitor their heart rate. And I'm confident that this is going to help us in developing a cure for the coronavirus. Well, I know that there's already a vaccine out there, but who said that the research should stop? And the best kind of stories can cure any kind of disease. So I'm going to do this for the next 2 months, and I'm going to be late every day to the office. Now, if you have an issue with this, my recommendation to you is, if you can move my cow and my horse in the office, that'll be really good, because anyway, we have that employee number 3 of ours who does not do any job. So make him work from home and give me that space. So I'll be able to do my experiments from office. And what I can offer you is a complimentary horse ride and fresh cow milk every day. With that, I hand the stage to Ashwin.
Whoa, a complimentary horse ride and cow's milk every day. I mean, in this current situation where stepping out of our house itself is life threatening, I mean, you are giving us life by giving us fresh cow milk and plus the complimentary. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, who can say no to such a good deal? So, yes, very next thing that the manager did was that he sent an email to the HR department. He wrote, I am going to get a cow and a horse every day to the office, and I need employee number 3, to be moved out so that he can work from home. And that was the first thing that he did after disconnecting the call. Now, other than just getting them and putting the cow and the horse in one cubicle, you also needed to feed them. So this is where the problem was. Now, what do you do? Because yes, well, anyway, whenever a cow excretes or whenever the cow gives you tongue, it smells a lot. The same thing goes for horses. Whenever there is some excretion, it always smells a lot. Now, how do you clean it, especially in an office where there is AC? And especially when all the windows are shut. So this is something that the manager had to solve. And this is the reason why the HR got to the manager telling, you know what, if you want to get a horse ride and a cow and cow's milk every day, then why don't you go join the barn, help your employee of the month with the barn, in the barn, take care of the cow and the horse and resign your job. And the manager was left absolutely speechless. So this is something that the manager could not counter attack. And on that note, I would like to pass it back to Toastmaster Mira.
That's actually not a good idea for me going and helping to get the cow milk there. Instead, I can have a deal. I call my TM Swaraj again, saying, "Hey, okay, so sending it to telling it to HR was actually a bad idea. It was a backfire for me. So let's talk in person. What if you send me cow milk to my house directly? I'll let you work from home. You can stay. You can work late. That is okay. You'll be 2 hours late. No issues. I'll be getting 2 liters cow milk. Fine. Horse, hey, do you have a big ground where you can take my kid for a horse riding? If you can, especially on Saturdays and Sundays, because that is the time I need 2 hours break. So you take my kid for a big good horse riding, then I will not screw you for 2 hours late from Monday to Friday every morning. No issues at all. So if it's a deal, you take it. No more clunges, no more grudges, no more problem. You tell me you want to take it or just I want, if, or should I just fire you? Just be clear. So now I pass on to TM Aniket again.
And with that, that is how entrepreneur ideas are sometimes killed by the environment. So in the end, what we had to do is we had to return them to their places. However, by mistake, we sent the cow in the horse barn and we went the horse in the cow group. And that creates another story which we will look at in the next contest. And back to you, Toastmaster Swaraj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aniket. Thank you, Toastmaster Minal, and thank you, Toastmaster Aswin. With that, we complete the table topic session, and I would like to hand over the session the contest master, Toastmaster Sarmishta. Thank you.
Hi, Swaraj. Thank you, Swaraj. That was a wonderful table topic session. And as promised in the beginning, it was an innovative one today. Thank you, Toastmaster Swaraj. For people who don't know, I contacted him today afternoon that we need to have something fun for the people post the contest, and he came up with these ideas. So planning this kind of a session in such a short notice is something he deserves a kudos for. So I would again like to give a huge round of applause for Swaraj for coming up with this innovative planning in a short time. With that, we finish our table topic session. But before we move on, Toastmasters, so DJ Sumit, are the polls ready for the table topics?
Yes, they are. Do you want me to launch?
1 second. Timer Pooja, are all the table topic speakers qualified for voting?
So all of them, unfortunately, except Gaurav, because he went just 10 seconds over the 2 minute 30 seconds. He was at 2 minute 40 seconds. So just unfortunately, Gaurav will not qualify.
Okay. DJ Sumit, can you verify that and then launch the poll?
Give me some time. I would launch the poll.
So now it is finally the time that we come up with the ultimate wait moment, which everyone is waiting for. The contestants are eagerly waiting for to finally the results to come out. And to announce the same, we will have a contest master. But before that, we'll call on the virtual podium our chief judge for today's event, DTM Sumit. Just give him 30 seconds. He'll be coming to the virtual podium.
Thank you, Sarmishta. Your chief justice is busy preparing the poll, so give me 5 more seconds. Once it refreshes, I would then go ahead with the contest results.
What I will do is, while he is creating the poll, I will actually finish the announcements that I have from President's perspective now itself. So we have 3 announcements, and also it's more of a reminder for all the members, the at club level. People who want to contest, please go ahead. After the meeting is done, our education team will again send you the link for registering. Please go ahead, register so the contest master for the next contest can properly plan and coordinate with all the contestants. So kindly register yourselves. The second thing is a reminder for all of you that all the Toastmasters who have already registered for one path must be aware that there is a second path that Toastmaster International is offering for free. Go ahead and register for the same. Third one is again another reminder, as I have already forwarded in the meeting in the members group numerous times, the District 121 call for nomination, that is the call for nomination for district officer role for 2021 to 2022, that the last date for nominating yourself is 31st of January. I will again, as after the meeting gets over, I will reshare the documents, the link and the mail again in the members group. If there are any doubts corresponding to all the three announcements that I just made, one is registering for ISC on time, second is registering for the new path, third is nominating yourself for the district officer roles which are open for nomination before 31st Jan, then you can reach out to me, and you can also reach out to our area director, Toastmaster Ashwin, who's present in today's meeting, or a division director, DTM Sumit, who's also present in today's meeting. We'll try to help you out. But remember, the last date is tomorrow. So if you're willing to nominate, go ahead and do it now for the district officer roles. With that, Chief Judge Sumit, are you ready?
Yes, madam, I am ready.
So we'll finish the announcement part and then we'll launch the poll on the table topics. Does that work for you?
We can, I was thinking we can go ahead with the poll. It will take hardly 30 seconds and then we can go ahead with the results. So we'll have 30 more seconds to wait. We waited half an hour. 30 more seconds will not kill us. So let us go ahead and start the polling, launching the poll in 3, 2, 1, and here it is. Closing in 3, 2, 1, and polls are ended. I would share the winner name with Sharmistha in some time. So Sharmistha, that's a secret. Dear Toastmasters, before I start with the results, may I please request all of you to please come on video, because it's a very crucial part of a contest. The contestants have been preparing for God knows how many days before coming here, delivering their speeches. Can we all have a huge round of applause for all the 4 contestants, because none of them were disqualified on a basis of time. So all the 4 contestants were qualified to be there, to be declared as winners, and none of them were disqualified on the basis of time. Just to remind, the time limit was 3 to 5 minutes, and writing a speech, delivering it in within 3 to 5 minutes in itself is a commendable applause, something that I am proud of my contestants here in this club. There were no protests raised, neither by the contestants nor by the judges, so all our contestants are clean. Another round of applause for all our contestants there. Coming to the results. No, before going ahead with the results, let me call upon someone who has been very meticulously planning this event right from the start to the end, and the professionalism with which he executed his role as a contest master was phenomenal. May I request Toastmaster Vipul, the contest master of Tall Tales contest, to join me, and I see he's already joined, so thank you, Sandeep, for making him join me on the stage. Toastmaster Vipul, the stage is all yours. We can now go ahead and declare the results, starting from the second runner-up, first runner-up, and then the winner who would be representing our club in the area level. Vipul, Toastmaster Vipul, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, DTM Sumit Banerjee. I'm sure everybody is waiting for this moment. At this moment, I remember one movie, Chak De India. How many of you have watched that movie? Can I have a raise of hands? How many of you were glued to the moment when the last striker was trying to hit the strike? We are at this moment. So there will be three positions what I will be announcing: the third place, second place, and the first place. The first place winner will go to the area level. Starting with the third place, we have somebody who has been in a Toastmasters club, who has been there for everybody. Somebody who is very curious to help us. Let us welcome the third place winner, Toastmaster Ashadbad Raul. Can we have a round of applause for him? Now, we just have two chances left. Any guesses for the second place? Okay.
Professor Vipul, no guesses, please. Let's go ahead.
Okay. So the second place goes to the person whom I know very well. It goes to none other than Toastmaster Sudesh OP. And finally, the first place. The first place, ladies and gentlemen, put your hand together for none other than DTM Aniket Sanjay Ambekar. I would like to congratulate all the three contestants for securing these positions, and congratulations to DTM Aniket for representing the club in the tall tale contest at the area level. With that, I would hand it over back to the event chair, Toastmaster Sharmishta.
Before we depart, could we please have all the contestants and the contest master and the contest chair on the stage? We can have all others. Please switch off your video so that we can have a small groupie as a memory to this online Tall Tales contest of this season. Could we please have Ashirvad? We have you here. We have Aniket is lost. Aniket is there. And who else is missing? Yeah, we have everyone. Sudesh is there. Yeah, great.
Sudhakar is missing. I'm just getting Sudhakar online. Just a second.
No, I'm there. I'm there.
Oh, Sudhakar is here. Aniket is.
Also.
Okay.
Yeah, all are there. Sumit?
Oh, you want to take me the photo? Okay, I'll take it.
Done.
Thank you, guys, and I give the stage to Sharmisha now. Madam President, the stage is yours.
Thank you, teaching Sumit. Thank you for multitasking today. At times you were the essay, preparing the poll, the chief judge, and also so thank you for your efforts today. So now that the announcer out, congratulations to all the winners, and also kudos to all the participants for taking the plunge and taking up the challenge of competing in our Tolkien's contest. Now, can we? So Sumit, you didn't send me the results, right? For Tolkien, sorry, for table topics.
Oh, yes, I forgot. My bad, Madam President.
Happens when you multitask.
Please don't fire me today.
Yes. Since we had a number of guests today, and we had some people who are willing to join Toastmasters, and this is their kind of first meeting with Toastmasters. So we'll utilize the time to take some of the feedback from the guests present in today's meeting. So I would request the guests to unmute themselves and give them their feedback. Toastmaster Rakesh, Mayank.
Yes, Toastmasters, Sarashmita, this is Rakesh here. This
Hi.
is the first I heard about Toastmasters from one of my relatives, and he's been recommending me to join. But as you know, on a multiple thing, it is delayed, and this time I have decided to join. And this is the first session I've joined for Toastmaster. It's an excellent forum that I've heard about that, but now I've seen that it's an excellent forum, and it is really helpful. And anyway, before session only, I have decided my mind that I will go ahead and join this Toastmaster. But now I'm doubly sure, and I'm very fortunate that I have joined today. And Jagaddeep helped me to onboard on this session. Thanks to him, and thanks to the entire team. And it's an excellent forum, and I will join that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rakesh. We're happy that you enjoyed our meeting and we could assure you that this is the right platform for you to hone your skills. Moving on to the next set of guests. Pooja, would you like to give a feedback on how the meeting went on?
Absolutely. Thanks for calling me on Toastmaster Sharmishta. First of all, I think fantastically, covered event. Everything was so well organized. It's quite overwhelming because now I realize we have so much to do for our own club when we have, this contest as well run there. But thank you so much for having me as a part of it. I think it was conducted brilliantly. I absolutely loved all the 4 speeches, and hats off to Aniket for winning. Wonderful job done there, and hopefully I'll get to be part of future Electronic City Toastmasters Club events and contests in the future as well. I would love to be here and be part of more of the events. So thank you so much for having me. Fantastic show altogether.
Thank you, Pooja, for that wonderful feedback. And we welcome you anytime you want to join our meeting. I'll be sharing the posters and the links every week with you. Please help let us support our club by coming to a meeting. And moving on to the next guest who's remaining in the meeting, Mayank Nagori. Would you like to give your feedback? Toastmaster Mayank from Siemens Bangalore.
Yes, sir, Mr. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Actually, this is my first ever contest which I'm attending, as I've been a part of Toastmasters from last 5 months, and it was really fantastic. Listening to all the speakers was really good, and I can take this as a very good learning. And moving forward, since I'm not right now qualified for any of the contest, as my levels have not been cleared, but surely from next time I'll also be there in my club as well. Thank you for this experience.
Thank you. So we don't have any more guests remaining in the meeting now. So thank you all of you for not only, I know 3 of the guests have taken up roles today in the contest, but overall for attending our meeting. Thank you for your warm feedback. Before we close this meeting, we have one result yet to announce, the table topic contest. So once again, any guesses for who won the best table topic speaker?
It's a table topic master. The story was fantastic.
I agree. Table topics master did a great job.
Yeah. So, but we have winners of the speakers. So, any guesses for the speakers? So, definitely Swaraj did a wonderful job. And he really did that, as I said before, in short span of 2 hours, he planned all this. So, kudos to you, Swaraj. Okay, so I won't waste any more time. So, the winner for today's table topic speak session was Toastmaster Mayank Naguri from Siemens Bangalore Toastmasters Club. Congratulations, Toastmaster Maya. The certificate will reach your mailbox. Before closing today's meeting, we had a wonderful contest today. I would again give a reminder, the session doesn't end here. We have another contest coming up. Go ahead and register for the same. So I would like all of you, I think we had a pick with all the contestants, but we did not have with all the people in the meeting. So Sumit, before we close, can we have a screenshot with all the people in the meeting?
Sure, we can, but I could see there are some of them who are not turned on the video. Black boxes doesn't look nice on the screenshot.
Rakesh, could you turn on your video? Rakesh, Rahul, Sonal, another is Sonal.
Krishna,
Backup.
Rahul.
Yes. Could we
Another
have
is backup. Okay, I'll
everyone
just
on
leave that meeting.
Sonal,
Okay.
also please.
Sonal, could we have you on video?
Yeah. Okay.
Minal. Yeah, Sonal, Rakesh.
Okay, let me take a screenshot now. So guys, please smile. Please don't crush me if your eyes are closed. Okay, great. I have a nice group P.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Sumit, done.
Hey, I must say, very well executed.
Yeah, I was just going to say, everyone's holding their poses very well. It looked like the screen was frozen for a little bit as well. Nicely done.
It's done, right?
Sumit
is not moving.
Sumit is, I think,
Sumit
getting
is
kicked
finished.
out of the meeting.
I think Sumit is frozen, yeah. Sumit?
I think this is
He got
okay.
he disappeared.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess he had connectivity issues.
So can anyone else quickly take a pic to Sandeep or Vipul?
Yeah, I'll do that. Just give me a second. Sorry once again.
I'm still holding my pose.
Okay, ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. And done.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
Sharmishta, I
Thank
would
you.
say for the next
So
week,
now
we
I
can do this.
formally, yes.
We can do this before.
Let me